my latest stream translation a few days ago was translated not in English language, so today I decided to continue my translations, and this translation will be in English. So I'm back and welcome back to my translation. I'm very pleased that different amateurs and biologist professionals are coming to my channel from different countries. So I'm talking not only for children, that I am showing you this funny pet, this lovely bee. Not only for beekeepers, who is not talking actually in Ukrainian English language. Majority, 99% of Ukrainian beekeepers are not speaking English language, so far so good. I'm translating my video about entomology, science about insects, about beekeeping in Ukraine, and about English language and about history of Ukraine in English for wider audience, because I decided the audience who is English understanding community in Europe, in Asia, in India, in Southeast Asia, in Africa, in Australia, in South America, in North America is wider than if I'm not speaking in English. So try to understand me if you're not English speaking person, and I will talk more about entomology in English and actually about different insects in city, because today we will be talking about urban entomology and about domestic entomology, about your house, about your building insects and entomology indoor, inside your house, kitchen, bedroom, toilet, bathroom, balcony, and even just a little bit outside entomology, in your garden, in your orchard. So join this stream, and today we'll be talking about entomology, insects, about science about insects, and about insects and other arthropods everywhere around in the city. By the way, as usually people are talking about insects and about entomologists, they're just dreaming that majority of entomologists just collecting insects like that. Just going to the shop, going to internet shop, and search for some catalogs with different insects like that. I got it some years ago, a long time ago already, from one very famous company which is providing this stuff, these beautiful butterflies and actually night moths and some other arthropods. I will show you them later online. So you're going to internet, you're just searching for interesting butterflies, and you can order them online just for your collection. Nice idea, maybe art idea, maybe collection idea, maybe if you are just ethologist, if you are ecologist, if you are senior biologist, maybe you will not like this idea, especially if you are ordinary person. Ordinary person will say, why all these butterflies have to be collected just for money? And definitely all these collections have been created for money, for selling, for trade. That's why I'm showing them. So a lot of different trade websites where you can buy different insects, and you are not going to the field. You are not going to field, to forest, to tropics, somewhere in Thailand, somewhere in Cambodia, somewhere in Vietnam to collect these beautiful butterflies. In some cases, some people do like to breed them, to rear them in captivity, at home, at laboratory, but some people are going to jungles and collecting them in jungles legally or illegally and selling them for other people, especially in some developed countries, well-advanced developed countries, like in America, in Europe, and other countries as well, in Australia, because some of these insects quite rare, quite difficult to collect them, but nevertheless we're quite big, we're pretty large, and you see we're pretty beautiful. So it's easy to create art collection if you're buying it just from abroad. If you bring it to home just from post office, and creating collection just from home, from post office. If you receive it by mail from somewhere, from Cambodia, Vietnam, or Peru, or Ecuador. I'm not showing you name of company, because so many companies are providing this stuff, these butterflies. But nevertheless, there are some butterflies, some moths, some beetles, some other arthropods. I can show you here some other arthropods like that. They're still living in jungles, still living in forests, and some greedy people are collecting them as well, because I'm not quite sure that all these insects have been bred at laboratory. Maybe some of them, maybe 10%, maybe 30% have been bred in laboratory. But some of these beetles, these bugs like that, these different bugs and beetles, probably have been collected in the nature. Actually, I'm translating this video from the city. And Kiev is a big city, more than 1 million people are living in Kiev. So not so easy to find insects usually, even in summertime, because insects are attracted to the green plants, and especially to pollinators attracted to flowers. And already now, just in autumn time, not too many flowers are around. I have found some cosmos flowers, some autumn time flowers, and I have seen already quite interesting pollinators, quite interesting wasps, some bees of family, sweet bees, Halictidae, and some Apidae, bumblebees, some wasps, paper wasps, some yellow jackets, even some hornets, but not too many, not too many. But for instance, in a city, some bugs are very common, especially some bugs which are abundant in a city. And I like to show them always, because they are coming, especially springtime and autumn time, to mallow trees and to lime tree. And I have here quite a lot of them, because they're searching for these fruits, for these seeds, actually, to be precise. For these precise seeds of malva or mallow tree. There are different variations of mallow trees, which are used for ornamental decorations in the city. And also they do love to come to lime tree. Lime tree is very common in ornamental gardening in cities. So always you can find these funny beetles, red bugs, soldier bugs with a name Pyrrhocoris apterus. I'm repeating this video with this bottle because internet like to show something funny, something interesting with a bottle, especially in this type of translations. So you can see here, we're sitting here on seeds, and we're crawling around because they're coming to seeds, and we're sucking. Yes, we're sucking the juice from seeds. Not the juice, the content, because usually green seeds are juicy, but dry and already dried seeds are pretty tough. But we have very good rostrum, developed mouthparts, and I just push it like a needle inside seeds of lime tree or just mallow tree, and we're sucking these bugs, soldier bugs, Pyrrhocoris apterus, very common. Everyone knows them. Soldier bugs, Pyrrhocoris apterus. Quite interesting that Pyrrhocoris apterus. Oh, I have collected also just spider. Very nice. So you can see. I got also spider, flower spider, which was sitting here. Very beautiful white one. Not black one, but white one, and this one. So it will be good to create separate video. Hunting spider, Spontin, which is hunting on firebugs. Maybe not. Maybe just on flies. Or I can give him my paper wasps of genus Polistes. I showed it already. I still keep them in jar, so I feed them with water and with honey, so I show them later. So you see here many of them, many bugs. They're already tired, probably. Not tired, but still very active because I gave them just food. They're enjoying food. Join our stream, ask your questions, write where are you from, what country are you coming from to this stream. We can have some chat, some discussion about entomology, about science, about biology, or maybe some other questions if you are interested about Ukraine, because I'm translating this video about bugs, about beetles, about butterflies and bugs from Kiev, capital of Ukraine, from region which is called Darnica, near a very interesting place near the St. Michael Christian Orthodox Cathedral. Not many people are watching us because maybe just it's time people are coming back from their job and cannot watch it. Or also some people in Ukraine do not understand and do not speak English. So that's why this video is intended for English-speaking audience in India, in western part of Europe, western part of Europe out of Ukraine, to Germany, France, Hungary, Italy, Spain, Greece, up to the Portugal and Great Britain. And of course for South America and North America and Australia. Some people even are watching us from Japan and South Korea. So it's a great pleasure to join this community of my followers, lovers of insects. So you have understood that these beetles are living in a city. So very common one, firebugs. I have more of them. Last time I showed my insects just in late evening time, was too dark. So this time I can show you my funny bug, my funny praying mantis, which is sitting in this box. I'm not trying to open it, just don't jump, because he can jump, can fly very well. I can very well escape. Sometimes I'm making my streams about hunting behavior of this lovely praying mantis. Hunting behavior, or we say more precisely about feeding behavior. If you're interested to join my streams about feeding behavior of this lovely praying mantis, with his strange mandibles, his strange front legs, how he's hunting, how he's feeding. Check my channel. I have already uploaded several translations how this praying mantis sitting and feeding, eating paper wasps. Sometimes he doesn't like to eat, but when he is hungry, he is so voracious predator that he's feeding on paper wasp voraciously and inevitably killing its prey slowly, but usually he's feeding on its prey like paper wasp alive. He's feeding on living creatures, wasps, arthropods, wood lices, everything else what he can catch. So you know, some people like them to keep in a culture. European species, Asian species, especially species from China, from Cambodia, from Vietnam. Some people can order them from Thailand and Indonesia just by mail. Not them, just big one. But it's possible to order them from some companies or private people in China and Vietnam just by post ordering old eggs. Old eggs, just a group of eggs. So you can order a group of eggs, like egg mass, inside hard foam, which is protected foam. And so after a certain period of time, maybe 1 month or less, in captivity, in terrarium, under correct temperature, under correct humidity, from old egg, many, maybe 20, maybe 100 tiny mantises will hatch. So So if you can collect some otex of European species, many of them are inhabiting some southern areas in Ukraine and in Europe, in Moldova, other countries. You can also receive some larvae of praying mantis in not in autumn time but in winter time, after hibernation. After a certain time in cold, you need to put them in a refrigerator, otex, and so after that larvae of praying mantis will hatch, and you can feed them in captivity with larvae of insects like duckling beetles, Tenebrio molitor for instance, or others, or just Bisophobos larvae. So very fat and very tasty, very delicious food for praying mantis, and you can enjoy them very much. Some species from tropics are really beautiful, like orchid mantis with rose and white coloration, and definitely a very strange shape and very beautiful appearance. You can order them from China probably, and from Thailand, from Cambodia and Indonesia. You can write correctly if you are buying them from somewhere, or if you're a trader or seller. It will be interesting to know who is selling them and from what countries, legally or illegally, I'm not quite sure. Join our chat, write in comments what country are you coming from. Are you watching us from Ukraine? Aren't you? Are you watching from other countries? English speaking countries or not English speaking countries? I'm translating this video with this my praying mantis from Kiev, capital of Ukraine, from region Darnitsa. So I'm showing you just Mantis religiosa, a very common praying mantis. Actually, the male, which has been attracted by light, usually some shops in the evening time, but I collected this specimen in daytime, just precisely like here, like on this road, but this is a round road. I collected this mantis precisely on asphalt road in the center of city, quite close to Chrestiatic, because there are some green fields nearby, some private houses near Podol region, not near Chrestiatic, near Podil region to be precise. Some green areas are quite convenient for some insects and for biodiversity of some small organisms. So he escaped green place and was flying around just in Podil. Maybe you have collected it in Kiev, maybe you have collected in other cities. Right, I know some entomologists, some amateurs, some breeders who are breeding them in Ukraine, and one breeder I know, just lady who is breeding stick insects and some mantises in Odessa, in the southwestern part of Ukraine, near Black Sea. Write in comments if you do like praying mantis, if you have kept praying mantis in captivity, or if you are keeping praying mantis even now. Maybe you know more about them, but not everyone is trying to make a video. I'm trying to make video and talk about my pets, because this is kind of pet which is participating as an artist in my translations in nighttime. Nighttime I'm feeding this praying mantis and showing this praying mantis on my direct streams when he's feeding, when he's eating its prey during late lunch. So if you are talking about insects, usually people do like insects or do not like them. Not majority of people, but many of people do not like insects. I like insects because I'm a professional entomologist, but even some professional entomologists don't like insects because they are studying some pests. So they are studying and they are working just for making living, but they do not like insects. They do like to kill insects as pests, to destroy them, to develop some methods, some activities how to decrease populations of insects. But I'm studying small, tiny parasitic wasps. Not wasps like that, with big size, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters size. I'm studying tiny, small parasitic insects, like I'm showing you which one in great magnification, not under the microscope, but in a book which I keep with me, book of entomophagous insects. Then this is Atlas of entomophagous insects with pictures of insects like that. I'm studying this tiny insect which is big here, and this is Trichogramma female, and this is Trichogramma male. Tiny egg parasitoids of different butterflies, night moths, even some beetles and some other insects as well. And size of this insect not like that, not 5 centimeters, not just 0.5 millimeters, half of millimeter size. And this is Aphelinus, 1 millimeter size, slightly bigger, 0.8 millimeters, less than 1 millimeter. So I'm studying taxonomy, morphology and biology and trophical relations of family, whole family, a group of different genera which is included in the family Trichogrammatidae, family which is included in the superfamily chalcid wasps, Chalcidoidea. Like here we have in this book pictures of different insects which actually are flying here around some shrubs, around some trees, even in this big pine tree, but they are very tiny because they have size just 1 millimeter size or 2 millimeters or B1 3 millimeter size. So they are flying like invisible plankton in water. You do not think about aquatic protozoa, do not watch usually them, do not watch usually. You cannot see Daphnia or other tiny plankton in water, sometimes swimming in water and just can drink little bit water with plankton, but it can be dangerous, especially in some polluted lakes and in rivers. So don't drink water in a river or lake. But this is a tiny air plankton, 1 millimeter size family Eulophidae, or this one family Eupilmidae, elongated body. These lovely parasitic insects, which are entomophagous insects of a family Encertidae. Encertidae, so lovely wings. They have also a very tiny size, from half of millimeter up to 2 millimeters or even 3 millimeter size. The biggest, I guess, maybe the biggest 3 millimeter size, which belonging to the order Hymenoptera, small parasitic wasps. There are some wasps which can be parasitic on ants. For instance, this Eucharitida, Eucharis, this lovely Eucharis wasps, they are parasitoids of Formicidae, ants. These drawings have been done by our artist in our department, who was working in our department, and I participated practically in each of these drawings. I made all these tiny details redrawing, because sometimes our artists have not been able to make a line, precise line of which is important in morphology. So I did all these tiny lines in majority of these drawings. So this, for instance, these chalcid wasps, but they're phytophagous and parasitic. So these are parasitic of wild bees, mason bees, because this is a genus Monodontomerus. Monodontomerus. They usually come into our laboratory through a window in late spring, early summertime, because they're hunting for pupae and larvae of wild bees or mason bees, which are inhabiting sometimes some stony areas. So parasitizing pupae and larvae. And for instance, these lovely insects belonging to family, this one belonging to family Pteromalidae and Eucharitida, and these are belonging to family Eurythmidae, and here this is family Pyrrhocoris. Eurythmidae, many of them were phytophagous insects. Phytophagous were feeding on plants inside the galls, or on some insects inside galls. So they can be phytophagous or parasitic as well. Some are living in galls, in stems, in seeds, in fruits, in flower bulbs. What else? Here are some bigger entomophagous insects which are also living in the plankton in a city, and I have collected them just on ground because I have collected some cocoons which are developed on the dead body of caterpillars. These are caterpillar feeders. So these are Braconidae family, and Aphididae. These are Aphididae feeding on sucking insects, aphids, very common one. And these are Braconidae, Habrabracon and Apantales genus, tiny, about 5 millimeter size. They're caterpillars feeders. They're feeding on their larvae, not adults, but larvae. They're parasitoids, and they're developing on the body of caterpillars, and then they're just coming out and creating cocoons, and instead of caterpillar there will be just a bunch of white or yellow colored cocoons with this larvae and then later pupa, with these lovely parasitoids of a family Braconidae, Habrabracon and Apantales. Some Braconidae and Ichneumonidae family were parasitoids with Braconidae. They're parasitoids of some caterpillars, like leaf-rolling caterpillars. So they're searching for caterpillar inside leaf rolled by caterpillar. So for that we need to have very long tail, very long ovipositor for hunting and for parasitizing, for paralyzing caterpillar inside hidden cavity, inside leaf, for instance, or sometimes even inside fruits. So here family Braconidae, meteors, parasitoids of many different insects, different orders. And here already some parasitoids of family Ichneumonidae with long tail. They're searching for some hosts which are living in as concealed hosts inside galls, inside plants, inside seeds, under the stem of trees or shrubs, in hidden place, for some concealed larvae. So again, these are Ichneumonidae family, and also some other Ichneumonidae, even with this very long, so huge tails, huge ovipositor, belonging to number 3 Stenorella genus. Number 2, this is Pimpla. With long tail, very long ovipositor, because female is parasitizing hidden larva or pupa of host in concealed substrate. And also there are some predators which are also entomophagous insects, and they're living in city. Today we're talking about urban entomology. All these beetles, majority of them, they're living in city as well. If you are careful, many of them have been collected just around city in apple orchards in Ukraine, and some Chrysomelidae, ladybugs of different species, ladybirds of different species. Some beetles, like this one, is already pretty rare and included in the Red Book. Some beetles which are predators on different agricultural and forestry pests. Some bugs, predaceous bugs, predaceous beetles, cane bugs, and some other orders. This larvae, Raphidioptera, and of course predaceous solitary wasps and social wasps, and predaceous ants, and these are Beetle parasitic wasps. All these insects are entomophagous insects. So I was very pleased to talk to you about entomophagous insects in this atlas of European species of entomophagous insects. Insects entomophages, or entomophagous insects, which have been studied in Ukraine, which have been published in this book as atlas. But many people like now not only pictures. Pictures are considered to be old style entomology, but not at all. Many German entomologists are publishing their scientific articles, scientific papers, monographs with excellent white and black photographs of different morphological structures of insects, and also with white and black drawings, pictures of different details of insects. So drawings, very careful drawings, which are repeating the same picture in details but in white and black, are very important for identification of insects, for professional identification of insects in scientific literature. And why I said about drawings and pictures, and about because important part of observations for insects, these are taking photographs in different videos, like I'm showing you sometimes video of insects. It's quite important to take photographs, not only collecting insects and keeping them in jars, in boxes. Here I have a very tiny collection of some important insects which are invasive species. This is invasive species which has not been found yet in Ukraine, but I'm translating this video from Kiev, capital of Ukraine, and this species is dead and not dangerous. But this is a hornet. Quite important to take voucher collections of insects. For instance, here voucher collection of invasive species which is named Vespa velutina. I can show you on Vespa velutina. And name of this insect smells not very well because fixed material. Vespa velutina, invasive species of small Asian hornet. Vespa velutina nigrothorax. You see even from on a camera of your video, you're going to watch that this is not a yellow jacket. Black coloration, infuscated wings, black coloration of thorax, metathorax, abdomen, and black head. Vespa velutina nigrothorax with black thorax. Sometimes head can be or yellow colored, but sometimes black. But majority of body, most part of body, are black, with half part of the top of abdomen is yellow. So this is black with white strips. But European species of European hornet, Vespa crabra, is more or less, you can say, yellow with black stripes. But this one is a black with brown coloration of wings. Black one with little bit yellow, with yellow top of abdomen. 1/3 part of abdomen, top of abdomen is yellow. So if you can find such strange dark black colored hornet, this could be yellow, not Vespa crabra, this could be small Asian hornet, invasive species. Catch it, keep it dry, just in plastic box, in a glass jar, and you can send it for identification to my laboratory, to our laboratory in Kiev, and in the Institute of Zoology of National Academy of Sciences in Kiev, Ukraine, for correct identification. Because sometimes, of course, you can collect European hornet, and the hornet is little bit can be damaged, and because he or she contains some oil inside, or just destroying a little bit, you can make a very dark brown coloration. But this could be not small Asian hornet. But if you collect black colored hornet somewhere in Europe or neighboring countries, send the specimen dry, dead, or in alcohol to our laboratory. You can find my email, and I will be very pleased for your cooperation in the study and in the identification of this species, which has been recorded already in Germany, near Frankfurt, which has been found already in Belgium and United Kingdom, and which is already spread all around France, Italy, even in Portugal. It came to North Spain, probably also came to Greece, and even one unconfirmed record was done in Romania. So it was already forecasted in scientific literature that this species of small Asian hornet is expected to be found in Ukraine and neighboring countries like Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, and others, especially initially in Western countries, in Western borders, in Carpathian region, and in southern areas, in Odessa, Nikolaev, in Crimea, in these parts of Ukraine. And when it will be spreading all around the country and other neighboring countries. So if you can find something similar or looks like this, send specimen dry, dead, or fixed in ethanol for identification to Kiev, Institute of Zoology of National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine. Or just take a photo and we can discuss on email as well. So don't forget that even some photographs can be very useful for identification or for preliminary identification. How you can collect some insects? You can collect some insects even in autumn time for your purpose of getting rid some insects using these yellow pen traps. If you use yellow pen traps, fill it with water, with salt, with spoon of salt. You can just make preparation liquid in a bottle, a lot of water with salt and shampoo or another detergent, and then fill it these plates and insects. Fill it with water with salt and shampoo, and flying insects we do like very much yellow plates. They're called yellow plates or Myrrhocoridae plates. Myrrhocoridae was an entomologist who started to collect these insects by this method, and he described this in scientific literature. Yellow plates are very convenient for collecting insects in the water with shampoo. So insects are flying around, they fall down, and they're drawn inside water with shampoo. With salt for conservation, to prevent some rotting destruction of mussels and swollen bodies inside the water. So insects are flying around, they fell down, they're drawn, can be easily collected in water with shampoo this type of yellow plates. So this is a very easiest way to collect insects, to get rid of them and to collect insects for scientific purpose. Even big one like wasps, bees, flies, cockroaches, grasshoppers, even some snails are coming here. Snails can be deleted out. And after collecting, you need to use aquarium net for tiny fish. And you can release all your insects in water inside aquarium net, put it all plates together, all content from different plates inside your aquarium net. Next one, next one. So in your lovely aquarium net you can collect half of aquarium net with different insects of different orders. Then you can bring it to the laboratory or to your house or just to water stream, put it under the water, under the clean water, to clean these specimens out of detergent, to prevent just the color with white color of detergent. Clean it in water, clean it in water. Insects are very flexible. They are not very much fragile. Some of them fragile, but if they have not rotated, if they have not been destroyed, not rotting, you can put them again out of aquarium net in some other jars. You can put them out and save all your insects in alcohol, in 90% or 70% ethanol. So this is method how to collect insects in yellow pen traps. Put it on for 1-2 days, not more. Water, shampoo and salt. Salt for conservation. Then put your insects inside aquarium net and clean your aquarium net with insects under the fresh water, clean water, not salted water. So clean it, all detergent, and then your insects can be well saved in different jars for scientific study and for identification of insects. If you are collecting some insects like that, you can receive a huge amount of insects inside yellow pen traps. Sometimes when I am collecting, some big beetles are coming, some big flies are coming, some snails are coming, sometimes mammals can come, even mouse can be drawn inside. So you can take them off in clean water. Off. Some cockroaches, some big locusts can be deleted, or some snails, because they're just destroying all your water. So they can be deleted, take them off. Take them off, clean your plate and fill it again with clean water with salt and detergent to break the surface tense, and insects will fall down, drown. You can be safe for your study and for your identification in yellow pen trap or murky trap. Try to use this method. It's very efficient, very useful and very productive for scientific study, maybe for methods as well. To get rid of some insects in your house and near your building or near your apiary as well. So today we were talking about different insects which are inhabiting city, about urban entomology in general. I have not been showing you just insects in the wild for a long time. Maybe next time I will be coming to a forest or to the park with some grassland near the river, near the stream, near the channel, here nearby some suitable places. And I can show you some, if the Wi-Fi will be working, not Wi-Fi, mobile phone will be working, connection will be working. I can show you some insects in the wild just online. This is my most interesting, most funny, without constructing a long file and talking about it, just online about insects and their behavior. Today, not many people are visiting us. If someone is watching us from English-speaking country, some people can write, what is your home country in a chat. People are a little bit lazy to write in chat. Maybe not many people are watching us. About 20 people have been visiting us all the time online. Some people are coming, some people are coming out, because this chat is coming in shots. And I have been pleased to show you insects in my jars, like that. So if I still sitting here, maybe I can show them later under the straight light. If you are interested in insects, write in comments which insects are interesting for you. If you are a breeder of insects, if you are breeding insects, if you are keeping them in captivity at home and laboratory, write in the comments under this video which insects are you breeding in your laboratory and your captivity. Beetles, caterpillars, night moths, or maybe some daytime butterflies. Maybe you are keeping some praying mantises. Maybe you are keeping some stick insects. Maybe you are keeping huge larvae of beetles, such kind of Lucanidae, or maybe some others. Stag beetles, Darkling beetles, Zophobos maybe you are keeping, or maybe do like to keep some Formicidae, some ants. Some people do like very much ants because they have very nice biology and interesting behavior. Some ants, or maybe spiders. Maybe you're a spider breeder. I do not keep spiders because they demand a lot of space, a lot of time, and I do like, as you understood, Parasitoids, and I do like Hymenoptera order because I'm studying tiny insects. I'm not studying these creatures, not scorpions, not spiders, not stick insects. I'm studying small parasitic insects. If you are collecting, if you have collected already some tiny small parasitic insects like that, like tiny chalcid wasps, especially some egg parasitoids, tiny egg parasitoids, with the smallest, the minute chalcid wasps, write in comments. I'm interested in collaboration and cooperation for the scientific identification of Mimaridae, Trichogramma, Aphelinidae are interesting for me for identification for your region, from different regions of the world. Maybe some others genera in other families can be identified by other specialists of our department, even including some ants, some humanoid wasps. So you can consult with some our specialists, our experts in our department as well. So you see how beautiful are entomophagous insects. If you want to know more about this book, I will tell about these books in separate video, and will explain you different families and different species and genera, how they do like to parasitize different hosts and where do they live, and how they are hunting, how they're paralyzing their hosts. This is can be quite interesting to talk about the unique behavior of larval parasitoid, pupal parasitoids, egg parasitoids, and adult parasitoids. And parasitoid, this is insect which is feeding on another insect or arthropod and just killing it. So destroying larva, pupa, egg or adult, or to be vice versa. Egg, larva, caterpillar, pupa, and even sometimes adult. All these parasitic wasps are parasitoids. We can be talking about them in next video. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your interest and curiosity. not only about butterflies, but also about small parasitic wasps. But I am pleased to show butterflies, to show you that many people do like butterflies very much and keep them for breeding, and many people like to collect insects in collection, but some of them study insects in collection and study and publish publications in scientific journals. And I'm scientific researcher, I'm entomologist, I'm studying small parasitic wasps, not only butterflies, showing you, but I'm studying parasitic wasps, which I showed you in Atlas. Contact me if you have some questions. And don't forget, did you subscribe to my channel or not? Maybe you have forgotten about it. Push on the bottom, subscribe to the channel. Подписывайтесь на канал, если еще не подписались. Не написали, из каких стран вы нас смотрите, из каких городов, если вы смотрите нас в Украине или в других странах. Не забывайте ставить палец под лайк, что немножко ускоряет просмотр видео на других каналах. И вы подписались на канал. Если не подписались, то подписывайтесь на канал. And don't forget to subscribe, as I said. And you can visit also my Patreon page for some sponsorship, for donation. And don't forget, support Ukraine, stand Ukraine, help to Ukraine. And Ukraine will win. Don't forget, stand with Ukraine, support Ukraine, help to Ukraine, and Ukraine will win. Thank you for interest, thank you for curiosity. See you soon on my channel as follower, subscriber, and looking forward to seeing my new streams. Good luck. Bye bye. Write in comments about your collection, insects or another arthropods. Напишите в комментариях о вашей коллекции насекомых или каких-то других арthropод, которых вы или собираете, или изучаете, или разводите, если вы разводите каких-то камашек или каких-то членистоногих, например, пауков и других животных. До новых встреч на моем канале. Bye bye, see you soon on my channel.